well, our rivers are blown, so I'm on a lake today. I got the pontoon out. Very first time I've ever fished this on a lake, so I have a lot to learn, I assume, but I got here pretty early, about 7 a.m. There's fish rising all over. So I've got an indicator rig right now, and I've got a red bounce leash on the point and a Frenchie up on the tag fly. Got a second rod with me today. I've got my 5-weight drifter, and I've got a sinking line on that. So I assume as the day progresses and the sun hits the water, the fish might move deeper. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is all kind of a learning experience for me. Fish on. Oh, that was definitely a fish. Okay. That's a good sign, because I don't know much about lakes. And I'm just kind of out here in the middle because I saw the fish rising while I was getting ready, so I guess I just need to be a little more aggressive with my hook sets here. Didn't feel huge, but it was a fish nonetheless. There he is. Yes. Nice. Ooh, got him. Nice. Looks like about the same as the last one, maybe a little better. Yeah. This guy came up for the Shopvac. There he is. Nice. I assume these are all stalkers. They all just, everything I'm seeing jumping looks about the same size too. Not sure if I mentioned it. I'm not set very deep. I'm maybe 4 feet deep at the point fly, maybe 3 feet, 3.5. It's not very deep. See if I can get that fish again. Come on, hook up. And eat it. There he is. There he is. Just a little guy. Got the Shopvac. Oop, hit the boat. 10-incher. Don't tangle up my rig, please. Sweet. It's interesting watching the indicator. I'm learning a lot with this, because it's not like in a river. It seems like nibbling is kind of a thing. the bobber would move, and then it would bob up and down a little bit, and then when I saw a good dunk, that's when I set the hook. The first time I set the hook, he didn't want it. It's interesting that like they can eat it, you miss the hook set, cast back to them, and they'll eat it. Maybe it's because they're stalkers. It's the second time that's happened to me, so. This is so peaceful, so beautiful. The sun's coming up, I'm starting to warm up a little. It's an amazing view of Mount Shasta. You hear the birds chirping and singing. It's just, this is pretty awesome. It's a fun change of pace from kind of what's hectic fishing is like on a river. I mean, I still love rivers, obviously, but this is pretty peaceful, slow paced. There's one. Yes. Took the leech. Nice. Another small one, but I'll take it. It's been a minute since I've caught one. Alright, I've got the 5-weight rigged up with a full sinking line. It's a really cheap one that I've had for a long time, and I actually don't know what its sink rate is, so I'm just gonna experiment, counting down, getting deeper and deeper. It might have been the bottom, I don't know. Feeling stuff from the drop here. It's a fish really close to me. It's not anywhere near my flies though. I don't know what's going on. I think I've got a fish, and it's not even like putting up a fight. He's like he didn't even know he was caught. That was the weirdest thing ever. Okay, first cast with the sculpin. It's a nice little fish, comparatively to what I've been getting. Nice. That's cool. Oh, and I forgot to mention what I'm rigged up with. I've got a double streamer rig. Got a sculpin on the point and then a thin mint up on the tag fly. And that one took the olive sculpin, jig streamer. One rose right there. So I don't know if I can cast a streamer to a fish like that, but there's one. Yes. The Shopvac. Just a little one, but it's been a while since I've got a fish. I was moving and Saw this guy rise, so I had to go for it. I took off the red leech and I put on a natural, like a brown balanced leech, squirrel leech. Still have the Shopvac up on the tag. It seems like that might be the preferred fly. There's one. Ooh. Took it on the action there. Stripping it back kind of slow. Nice. Looks like he took that brown leech. Sweet. Look. Okay, had a little bit of a tangle. I was able to cut the flies off and then pull it all through. A little pro tip there, if you ever tangle, sometimes all you gotta do is just cut the fly off, pull it out, and then you can tie them right back on. But I didn't tie the Shopvac back on. I tied a Frenchie up on the tag. Just thought I'd mix things up. I've seen a lot of BWOs coming off, and I've got this one tied with a green or an olive colored body, so I don't know, maybe that'll help improve things. Not that they've been bad, but just got to figure stuff out for science, you know. Right when the tangle though, there was like fish rising. There's one over there. Let's see if I can cast to him. Kind of in a weird angle. Yeah. About 15 feet away from him. Let's see what he does. Oh. There he is. Came back the third time. Oh yeah. I mean, they're not huge, but they do play pretty hard for what they are. It's still fun. Still fun. And they seem to really like this brown leech. That's probably the prettiest one I've seen. A lot of them have been pretty dull. Come on, eat it. There we go. Yes. Another one on the brown leech. Cool. Got a fish on. Darn it. Oh, is he gonna stay on? I see another one down there with him. Sweet. Well, nice of him to stay hooked for me. Ooh, I think I got the first one on the Frenchie. Nice. Cool. There's one. Nice. Frenchie again. I see it. I mentioned I'm having fun. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video. This is the recap portion where I sort of talk about the video and we go into a little more detail about what happened during the day. Heading out today, I kind of had a ballpark idea of what I was going to do. I brought a streamer rod, I brought a nymphing rod to do under an indicator, and that was kind of my ballpark. I didn't really have a plan other than that, and I've since done some research. I listened to a podcast by Phil Rowley called I keep forgetting what it's called. The littoral zone, which is the name for kind of the shoals. It's basically any part of the lake where the sun can reach and cause plants to grow. It's been really interesting learning a lot more tactics about naked lining, fishing deep, finding where the fish are, stomach pumping. There's a whole new world of things I need to learn, and I hope you'll follow along with me on this adventure. So right off the bat, I saw fish rising. Obviously, they were kind of cruising up and down this sort of midsection. I don't really know how deep the water was. I never found the bottom. I didn't even attempt to fish near the bottom. I basically fished between 3 to 5 feet from the surface because that's where I saw the fish rising, and that seemed to be pretty productive. I caught most of them on leeches. I got them on Shopvacs. I got them on thread Frenchies. Those all worked really well as long as I found the fish. Oftentimes I would see one jump, I'd cast to it, and that'd be good enough to get one to turn around, come and take my flies, and I'd get them. For about a half an hour, I fished with a streamer, and I got one on camera where I got the fly. It was just dropping to depth. I just was sort of letting it hang and fall, and I got one on that, and that was kind of that awkward situation where I didn't know if it was hooked. The fish jumped, and then he stayed on the whole time, got him back to the net, but I definitely have more learning to do there. But I think going forward, I kind of want to focus on fishing chironomids and kind of play with different techniques with that. I want to fish chironomids under a sinking line, do a really slow retrieve, get them down deeper, try more techniques like hanging them right before I pull it out of the water at the boat, things like that. And I'm going to look for different kinds of structure, look for that littoral zone or the shoals that are along the edges. Now I know kind of where to look. So coming up, I'm going to go to Lewiston Lake. That's known for having some bigger fish, and it's kind of an interesting lake because it's kind of sandwiched between Trinity Lake and the Trinity River. It's known for having some fish, but see if I can figure out where they are. I'm going to play around with depth. I want to get a little deeper, and I'll probably put some midges on my sinking line just to see what that's like. And we'll go from there. But if you guys have any questions or any suggestions, let me know. I'm going to work through this together with you guys. And in case you didn't notice, I do have memberships available, and if you're on iOS, the join buttons are not there. I just learned that. So if you are on an iOS device and you want to sign up for my membership plans, you're going to need to head over to an Android device or on the web to sign up and find out what I've got to offer. But one of the biggest things on the top tier is I have a guide level package where I go into these recaps and I go really deep, really expand on everything. I talk about access, I talk about my gear, the flies I used, and I go a lot deeper. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what I did in each video, check out my subscription plans. There's other perks, things like early released videos. You'll get to see this a day or two early. There's going to be some exclusive live streams. You can even get a 10% off discount code in the driftstone.co fly shop. So lots of perks. Check them out. Click on the join button. You can see all the different packages. That's a really cool new way to support me in the channel. So thank you. For you fly tyers out there, I'm going to be getting beads back in next week. I'm very sorry they've been out for so long. It's been crazy trying to keep up with you guys, and so it's been a huge blessing, but I'm working hard and they're going to be back in hopefully by this time a week from now. All right, you made it to the end, and if you haven't yet, please like the video and consider subscribing so you don't miss anything coming up. And until next time, everybody, I'll see you on the water. Godspeed.